View your stream. Okay, I think we're live.
Hey everybody, are we live? Are we in the dark?
I think we're live. All right, we're going to turn off the sound.
We won't be in the hell of listening to ourselves. Only you all will have to listen to us. Hi, this is Mike and Kaysen, and we are here on the set of Southern Comfort, the Pandora Productions show that is being rehearsed right now and is going to be available streaming for people to begin beginning on June 24th.
June 24th through June 29th. Yep.
So so we want to kind of talk with some of the cast and director, and find out a little bit more about the show and what people can see when they. I keep wanting to say come on down here because that's what you do, but you won't be coming down here. The doors will be locked, sadly.
But next season.
Yes.
Next season you can return to Pandora.
Yes. And speaking of the continuity between seasons at Pandora Productions, let's talk to the illustrious artistic director, executive director, something else director too, probably, Michael Drury.
Should I join you on
come on,
grassy
Michael.
knoll?
Yes, please.
Yeah, on the grassy knoll.
All right. Michael, good to see you. I'm going to give you a hug. Oh.
Mike Slaton will do anything to get on our stage.
I will. It is pathetic. The restraining order just expired yesterday.
Oh, so here you are.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you were counting down the minutes, weren't you?
Yes. No, Michael and I have known each other for
100 years.
3,000 years.
Yes.
Since we originated
Since
drama.
before Christ.
Yes. In the Greek city-states. We did the first plays.
Yes.
And you've been working on this show almost that long.
It does feel like that.
No, and I know. I remember you talking about this show, Southern Comfort. So tell us a little bit about the show, and tell us why
its journey.
It's been. Yes, exactly. The show
it's
behind
epic
the show.
journey. Yes. Well, the show is about a group of trans friends in rural Georgia, headed by the patriarch Robert, who is having a health crisis. And so it's really about his chosen family, that's what they call themselves, and how they react and respond to his illness. And at the same time, Jackson, who's played by Kaysen, is having his own sort of identity crisis in a way and thinking about further surgeries. And Robert is dead set against that. And so it causes a major rift not only in their relationship, but in the relationship of the chosen family. So that's the play and the conflict. I won't tell you how it resolved. But as far as the journey to get here, we originally programmed this show, I'm going to say the 2018-2019 season. And we're not able to cast it because we did not do our homework and really develop relationships with the trans community because there aren't a lot of trans stories being told on stage, and so we hadn't done a lot up till then.
And all the characters in the show are trans,
except for one.
One.
And so we hadn't developed those relationships yet. So we decided to postpone it when we couldn't cast it because I felt, and the board felt strongly, that the show should be cast authentically with trans actors. And so we postponed it a year so that we could develop those relationships. So glad we did because we had found them at that time. And then COVID happened, and so we had to postpone again. And so that's the arc and the journey of the show itself.
I was just thinking the first show I ever did with Pandora was Looking for Normal, which was a show about a transgender woman.
And that is the only other one.
and the transgender woman was played by a cisgender man.
That's right.
Bob Zielinski, who's no longer with us, but wonderful actor.
Yes.
And I don't know, maybe you would still cast it that way because that's...
I wouldn't, actually. I don't think. No.
Because that character is pre-transition for most of the show.
Yes.
But,
but
back then, in 2007 or whatever year that was.
It was early.
I think that the idea of that would have to be played by a transgender person was not on our radar.
Not on our radar.
I'm sure it was on somebody's radar.
Yeah, but I wouldn't think about doing a show about trans people and casting cisgender actors now at all. It wouldn't even cross my mind to do that.
Well, I'm glad that this one is finally up.
Me too.
And let's talk to some of the actors.
Yes, let's do.
Let's start with Kaysen, if we can.
Okay.
He's holding the camera too.
He's doing all the duties.
So, yes,
Michael,
exactly.
do you want to?
I can.
Is that easier?
Sure.
Are you good? Okay.
So, Kaysen, are you excited about the show?
I'm very excited about the show.
So, is this your first time on stage?
This is my first on stage experience on Pandora's stage, and the first time in a full production playing a gender affirming role. So
Okay.
yeah,
Awesome. Is that how? I'm assuming it's an awesome experience.
it is an awesome experience. It's an awesome experience not only because I'm getting to tell a story that really closely aligns with my own personal journey, but just being a part of this cast and working with Michael and having just the deep conversations that we've had, pointing out things. The show was written by cis people, and there's some things that were triggering to us as trans people, and Michael has just been very, okay, well, tell me about that. Like, I want to learn. Like, we're gonna fix that. So not making major tweaks, to the script, but things that make us feel comfortable and affirmed as people and as actors.
So if you were going to rate this show, the script, on its trans affirmingness, prior to coming into the door, is it an A? Is it an A minus?
I think I would give it a B plus, but let me preface that, or I guess I already said it, so let me go back with.
We're going to reface it.
Reface, yeah. It's set in 1998, so we have to recognize that language has changed. Even like the DSM, the Diagnostical Statistical Manual.
Can you say anything?
Huh? Yeah, just tap the screen.
Sorry, I thought we died.
Yeah, no, we're not dead.
We're dying, but we're still on.
Sorry.
Michael's the director, not the cameraman.
I'm not a cameraman. I'm doing my best.
But
Michael's got his jitterbug out.
Yeah. So I mean, it's different, and like one example in the script, there's several times that they sort of jokingly refer to themselves as freaks because that's the language I think at the time other people did. Today, like, we would never use that language.
Right.
We would hope that other people wouldn't use that language.
Please don't.
But yeah, please don't. But yeah.
But even the language of being supportive allies has changed.
Right. Yeah.
We weren't using words like cisgender in 1998.
Right.
Or even really probably 2008. I mean, I don't know when that really came into the parlance, but we would be using other terms that are now considered outdated, but at the time were the best anybody could come up with, I guess, to express things.
Yeah.
So what have you most enjoyed about this process?
Ooh.
Me.
Yeah, clearly it's Michael Curry. I say that jokingly, but I mean that is true, not just because he's standing
Anyone
there.
who's worked with Michael Curry will know that's a lie.
And, he's been on good behavior self-reported good behavior, if you ask Michael. Now, honestly, I think one of the most special parts for me is that I'm not the only trans person, and I think oftentimes when I walk into a room, I'm expected or asked to kind of speak for the community, and so it's been really affirming for me to have just this incredible cast of other actors to help tell these stories. And I mean, we got dismissed an hour early last night, which never happens. And
how many times has it happened?
Michael has been known to withhold water from actors until they suck less.
But we sat backstage, three of us. We sat backstage and we talked about like our own experiences. So I mean, I think we're a really close cast, and that's been really cool.
That's awesome. Well, let's talk to some of the other
cast
members.
Please. There's one over there.
Derek.
I see him. Yeah.
Derek, come on over here.
Does this make you
Cute little
nervous?
Derek.
You want me to
No,
take
it
this
doesn't make
over?
me nervous.
Derek Guy, actor extraordinaire. Is this your first time on stage, or no?
No, I did.
I didn't know everybody was theater people.
Yeah, I was a theater kid growing up, and I actually went to college originally for theater and changed my major about 20 times until I got to social work. But no, I have not been theater shy.
Awesome. Well, how's this experience been?
It's been really great. Like Kaysen said, it's been really awesome to have a cast full of trans people where we can share experiences. And the first time we read over the script, it was really emotional just as a cast of being able to have something so affirming and to be represented in the community is really, really powerful for me.
Trans representation in media is not always positive, and when it's attempted to be positive, it's not always done right. Is that fair to say?
That is a fair assessment to make, especially in Kentucky when you turn on the television and you're like, oh, that's not right, but okay.
So has this been your first show with Pandora?
Yes, this is my first show with Michael, and he has been a sweetheart. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, Michael has been great.
How much are you paying? How much are you paying? Awesome. Well, has it been fun backstage with everybody? Or?
Yeah, we're funny and goofy. We have the best stage manager ever, who's hilarious. So we get along really, really well. We've become a family. It really has become a huge, big family.
No
chosen family.
Chosen family.
The word of the day. So no embarrassing backstage secrets you can share about Kaysen or anybody else?
No, but you missed when Robert first put on his beard and left it on Kaysen's shirt when they hugged on stage, and I was like, what happened?
It was like a wardrobe malfunction, I think is what we call it.
We couldn't find it.
We couldn't find it, and I was like, I think
They were like,
it's
it's on
right there
your
on your
shirt.
shoulder. Yeah, we've had funny times like that the entire process, but no big major things. I think everything's run really smoothly.
What's it been like to do a show that you know you're not going to get to play for a full audience?
That has been a little sad, but I think that we have done a really good job of doing a social media push, and in ways where initially my dad wouldn't be able to see this show because he's in Atlanta, or my family wouldn't be able to see it, or my brothers in Detroit or wherever they are. But now seeing that we have this available online, like, it's amazing that so many other people get to have access to it. I have a friend who actually originally played this role, my part Sam, in the original show of this, and he was telling me that he's excited to be able to see it and see how we interpret the show.
I mean, is that kind of high pressure?
No, Donnie's great, so he's not like looking behind like, no, but he is definitely really looking forward to seeing the show.
When did the show first premiere?
Oh, God.
Do you know? I'm asking an actor, and as an actor, I never know these things.
I was about to say, no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ask me that.
Well, because you knew the guy in the original show.
I think it was like 2000 and
Something, yeah.
16 maybe.
Okay, so new. So last 5 years or so,
Maybe.
Last
Quite
10
recent.
years
We're
maybe.
thinking.
I don't.
We can find the answer and put it in the comments.
Check Wikipedia. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so how can people watch the show? Who do I need to talk to about that?
Kaysen.
Kaysen.
No, I blame everything on Kaysen because Kaysen is our social media.
And I know we have a discount code for $10 off.
Yep.
If you use the coupon code C-LPF. LPF for Louisville Pride Foundation, you'll get $10 off. And I have a link here that I won't read. We'll put it in the chat in the comments. Showticksforyou.com. Michael, what's the easiest way for people? Do they have to go to this link? Is that the
Right now, yes, because our website is acting atrocious.
a fool?
It is in the description of this post, so
Yes,
you
yes,
can find it right now.
Well, Michael,
It's very easily acceptable.
is this the last virtual show for Pandora? Are we back to in person?
Yes,
We're
we
gonna
are
be
back to
standing
in
close?
person.
Are we going to do our
Mike-
odd couple?
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. Let me think. No.
Well, as long as you considered it. As long as you considered it.
I did for a minute. But Mike Slaton will be back on our stage next season. Did you want to tell them?
That's true.
The exciting news.
Yes,
about-
I'll be reprising my role of Wardell. In the Sorted Lives sequel,
A Very Sordid Wedding.
A Very Sordid Wedding. So it's exciting that, I mean, it's wonderful that Pandora is surviving and thriving
That's
in
right.
all of this.
We did.
We
made it.
The now more than ever. Yes.
We made it.
Almost through. So.
And the Pride Festival is going to be back.
Yes,
in
the
person.
Pride Festival will
I'm
be
very excited.
September
And we'll be there.
18th on Bardstown Road. So yes, everybody.
by our booth. We'll have
everybody
one.
will be there.
Everybody who's anybody.
Everybody who's anybody will be there. We're gonna probably need to stop this before we go on a really
Yes.
big rabbit hole. But thank you to Kaysen and Derek and Michael and everybody else who's working on
This is
Southern
fun.
Comfort. Yeah. So the show will be available starting June 24th
Through the 29th.
and through the 29th, and you get 48 hours to watch it
That's
when
right.
you download it.
That's right.
It's like your Blockbuster video.
It's like that, yes.
But you don't even have to rewind it.
You don't have to rewind. You don't have to
You
return.
don't have to do it. You don't have to be kind. You don't have to rewind.
Yes. The only warning I would give about that 48 hours is if you did buy it the last day, It will come down at midnight, regardless of where you are in watching.
They will come to your house
They will come
and they will
bring it
take it
down.
off of your computer. Awesome. Well, anything else that we need to put in here, Kason,
I
Michael?
think we've said it all.
All right, I think so. Well, everybody, enjoy Southern Comfort, and thank you all for
Thank
letting
you.
me come and look at the set.
Well, this was fun.
There's a cooler on the set.
There is a cooler on the
Yes.
set. What could that mean?
I don't know. There's also instruments.
Yes.
So apparently there'll be
It's a
some
musical.
Oh, no wonder.
I cast Michael in a musical once.
All right, everybody. Thank you all for joining us today.